So welcome guys to the Gatekeepers TV. Today we have a special guest, guys. We just want to have a live interaction session and let's see how it goes, guys. But before we proceed, I'll allow him an opportunity to introduce himself. Please, Doc, continue.
Okay, so like you've said, my name is Dr. Nicholas OKUMU. I'm what you call an orthopedic surgeon. So I take care of bone and joint diseases, and our purpose is always to relieve pain and help our patients get their mobility back. So that's me in a nutshell. Thank you.
Okay, so Doc, before we get serious into more of the medical world, I want us first of all to ease up. Let's ease up and talk to our viewers. On the Gatekeepers TV, basically we always deal with sports education and entertainment. So let's start
Mhm.
from maybe your hobbies. Can you tell our fans which sport which sport do you support mostly?
Okay, the sport I love the most is, of course, football, soccer. And
Mm-hmm.
my local team is Gor Mahia, who I've supported since I was a child. And maybe on the international scene, I would say the national team I support the most is Argentina. In the Premier League, I'm a Manchester City fan, and on and lastly, I really love Barcelona as well.
Wow, wow, that's a great breakdown. Maybe I think we'll pick it up from there. Why the love for Argentina? Is it because of one special person, or is it because of the holistic team?
Actually, the first time I ever watched a World Cup was the 1986 World Cup. And the player that really studied that tournament was Diego Maradona. And so I first fell in love with Maradona, then with Argentina. And as you know, Argentina has produced some really great players over the years, and they've also performed pretty well in the international scene. I think if it was luck, they would probably have the same number of World Cups as Brazil. I watched them lose two finals, one against, actually, both of them against Germany. Which is very sad. But I'm also happy to say that I watched them win the 86 World Cup, and also that I was privileged enough to be in Qatar during the last World Cup to watch the final live and see my one of my favorite players, Messi, lift the trophy.
Wow, the Qatar World Cup. Do you agree with many people who says that it was out of luck that you guys won it?
No.
The Qatar
Actually, I
finals.
think we no. What happened is I think we had a wake up call when we lost the first match to Saudi Arabia. But after that, the team was
Saudi.
very, very focused. The team was very focused after that, and I'm very happy we won.
Okay, okay, so that's good. While we are there, just tell our viewers, between Pele and Maradona, who do you rank as the goat, as your goat?
I, I want to sit on the fence and say that they were both great players in their own time, and we should not
Mhm.
compare them at all. Yeah, they were both great players in their own way. But personally,
You know, we have to compare.
the player I
Uh-huh.
watched, and I can talk about, with confidence is Maradona, because I actually was blessed enough to watch him play.
Okay. Okay, because if you talk about us not comparing players, we are living in an era whereby of late we are comparing Messi and Ronaldo. The only distinction which is
Yes.
distinguishing them, of course, is the 2022 World Cup. But still, if I throw the question back to you, will you still sit on the fence between Ronaldo and Messi?
Actually, yes. Again, from a personal level, Messi is my guy. But To be fair, what Ronaldo has achieved is also quite spectacular. So I would not say anything bad about Ronaldo. He was a good player, but Messi is the one I love.
Okay, sounds good. So now let's jump straight to some EPL fun matches. Today we have a match, or before we jump into today, yesterday there was a match which surprised many. We call them the Cherries. This is Bournemouth. They were able to surprise a
Yes.
certain team out here. Were you surprised with the results between Bournemouth and Arsenal?
Actually, if it was not the red card, I think the outcome would have been different. But I'll say Arsenal have this habit of, you know, screwing up the easy games. But I think what changed the match was the red card.
Okay. But by now, as we are 8 games right now in the EPL. Out of the 8 games, Arsenal has actually gotten 3 red cards. And this was the first game which they lost with a red card. You remember when Man City played against Arsenal? They were able to keep their heads up and they played well defensively against City. And they were able to force a draw, of which, were it not for the late John Stones goal, they were winning it. So what different do you think they did which actually didn't hold in this match?
The difference is in that game they had a lead to defend. And I also think if they had approached this game with a similar mentality, probably, and said we can accept a draw, it would have been okay. But they still went for the game, tried to win it, and eventually you get tired, you leave spaces, and that's what Bournemouth actually took advantage of.
True. Okay, let's jump to today's game. Your team, of course, you've just told the viewers that you support Man City, the citizens. You guys will be away at Molineux Stadium facing Wolves. What's your reaction to this game?
Of course, we're going to win that game. There's no doubt in my mind. And probably today, Haaland might score 4 goals.
Okay. When you say 4 goals, I know with Haaland, it doesn't come as a surprise because I remember last season when you guys were playing at Etihad, Haaland scored 4 goals in this specific fixture. The match ended by 5 goals to 1. I remember that, yeah. But of late, Haaland has gone like two games. He's been in a dry spell for 2 games. Do you think this is the right game for him to bounce back?
It's amazing that you're calling 2 games a dry spell. It just tells us how good Haaland is. But that's what is going to make today to make him especially dangerous today, because of course he wants to get back in the scorer's box, and so I think he will have a good game today.
You guys lost your midfielder, Rodri. He will be out for the rest of the season. Do you think Kovacic is equal to the task to cement that role?
I think we have enough players of good quality to cover for Rodri, but of course, I would say Rodri is probably irreplaceable, but we have enough players to make up for his absence.
Okay, so straight shoot. Today's match, you are predicting how many goals?
Actually, I would be surprised if the score would be less than 5-0.
Okay, that's a bold prediction, considering that last season Wolves won against you guys at Molineux 2 goals to 1, if you remember.
These are all good reasons why we're going to win this game today. We're coming for revenge. Ireland has not scored for some time. And the players are just fresh from the international break. I think we're going to have a good game today.
Okay, cool. Let's jump to Anfield. Of course, the Reds versus the Blues. Do you have a history between these two teams? Who is your favorite among the two? I know you support neither, but what's your take?
I think I would hope that Chelsea win for the sake of Man City.
Uh-huh.
But like you've just said, I have no preferences between either of those two teams.
Okay, so another question to you. We have an ice cold guy called Cole Palmer. Then we have the fire guy called Mr. Mohamed Salah. Between the two, who's your favorite currently?
I'm an African. I support Africa. Mohamed Salah is my guy.
But talking about African, do you also know Cole Palmer is an African?
From where?
His grandfather is from Algeria, so that automatically makes him. You might want to use another angle.
You're reminding me of lawyers, and the way all of them are always related somehow. That is what you're trying to do here, eh? to pull a connection from very far.
Yeah, true. You see, it's the way we are equally right whenever we claim that Mbappe is ours, because Mbappe is he's from Cameroon, right?
Mbappe is not ours. Mbappe is French. We have to accept that.
Through assimilation, right?
Mbappe is French. Mbappe is French. The country you choose to represent is your country.
Okay, so that's debatable. We'll have that debate some other time. So, quick prediction on this. So, you are going with who to win and by how many goals? Chelsea versus Liverpool or Liverpool versus Chelsea?
I would like a Chelsea win, but I think this might be a draw. 2-2.
2-2 draw, yeah? Okay, cool. So thank you. So guys, that was football roundup. So now let's graduate to something different. So Dr. Nicholas OKUMU is privileged to have started writing. He has his first official book, which is officially out there. Up to now, I believe he's managed to sold over 1,000 copies. So right now, I want to give him an opportunity to talk to us about the new venture that he's actually ventured in, and maybe tell us more about the book. So, Doc, please, the stage is yours.
So the book is called Shadows Behind the Screen. It's a work of fiction, and it discusses the online space and the dangers of the internet. So the main character in the book is actually a doctor like me, and he goes through a difficult experience after an online interaction. I think that is all I want to say. I would encourage you guys to get a copy. You can buy from my website, drnicolasokumu.com. It's also available on Nuria, on the Nuria website, and also for those who are international on Amazon.com, you can get a copy.
Okay, and Doc, for our viewers here who are with us, do they get a chance to maybe grab a copy on a discounted rate? If someone wants to, if you're new here, of course, you're with us here on live and you want to grab a book from Dr. Nicholas OKUMU, are you extending maybe a discount for the viewers here?
Actually, we have a fantastic offer. The price of the book was initially 1,800, but if you buy now, even on the website, the rate has gone down to 1,250. This is a special limited time offer. So grab a copy while you can.
Okay. So, guys, you just heard it. You just heard it from Dr. Nicholas OKUMU. Shadows Behind the Screen, a very great book. It's a fictional book. So, if you want to grab a copy and read more about what internet is doing to maybe the younger generation out there, it's your opportunity to grab that book and maybe read it. Doc, maybe a question: is the book available online? Like, do you like have an online copy whereby people can peruse it through?
If you guys go to Amazon, you can actually be able to see a few of the opening chapters and get a feel for the book. Just go to Amazon.com and search for Shadows Behind the Screen. And also, if you might be using this app called Wattpad, there's also an opportunity to see one or two of the first chapters and just get a feel for the book before you purchase the full copy.
Okay, that is very well said. So thank you so much, Dr. Nicholas OKUMU. So maybe as we wind up, can you tell our viewers maybe the different platforms whereby they can find you in the event that they will want to interact with you?
So you can find me right here on TikTok. My account is Dr. Nicholas OKUMU. Just look for that one. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram, and under my clinic name, the Bone and Joint Clinic, or on Instagram, it's the Bone and Joint Institute. And if you search me by name, you'll still be directed to those pages. And lastly, for professional connections, you can find me on LinkedIn as Dr. Nicholas OKUMU. And like I mentioned,
In fact,
also there's my website, drnicholasuokumu.com.
Doc, before maybe we wind up, talk to the viewers. You've mentioned something about the Bone and Joint Clinic. Maybe would you want to expound to guys, what is this? And maybe where are you located? So that maybe if you have people who have different, who would want to consult with you, where will they find you? And maybe start by telling us, Bone and Joint, what do you deal with?
Like I mentioned, I'm an orthopedic surgeon and I deal with bone and joint diseases. So if you're a sports person, you have an injury, for example, your knee or ankle, you have a broken bone, that's what we call a fracture. For older people with issues, even your parents who may have issues with arthritis in their joints, those are all issues that we address. And our clinic is located in Parklands at Doctors Park, which is on 3rd Parklands Avenue. Come to the 6th floor, you'll find the Bone and Joint Clinic.
Okay, cool. So guys, there you have it with Dr. Nicholas OKUMU. Of course, he's one of the coolest doctors, guys. He will interact with you the best way that you know how. So in the event that you have any issue concerning maybe bone and joint as he has specified, feel free to visit him at his clinic, the Bone and Joint Clinic in Parklands. So yes. So basically, that should be it. Maybe, Doc, any parting words before we close it? I can see Billy on the comment section saying that Liverpool. Sorry.
Saying Liverpool is waiting for you. I am very sorry, Billy. I'm very sorry, Billy. Man City are still going to win this title. But it is good. You know, Liverpool will become like Arsenal, always hoping to win. And then at the end of the season, we see the winners.
Doc, you're throwing shades to Liverpool, guys. And you know, Liverpool, they always say that they never walk alone. Though they were walking alone for the last 30 years until 20, was it 2020? The Corona time when they won the Premier League.
Yes. I'm offering, let them just come. We can always discuss health matters. But in terms of victory, that is Man City. There's no doubt in my mind.
Wow. Okay. I think, guys, that's it. That's it. Thank you so much for joining the Gatekeepers TV. It was I, Dennis Keton, alongside Dr. Nicholas OKUMU. So I think maybe with the consent of Doc, maybe if he will be available, we might be doing such sessions and breaking down different conditions, or maybe talking about different medical conditions within the space of orthopedics, or maybe just the space of medicine. So, Doc, if you will be up to that, maybe we can always schedule some weekly or maybe monthly talks on this platform, just to increase awareness to the general public. If that's something you'll be open to here at the Gatekeepers TV, you are welcome.
Very much so. Thank you for that offer. I'd actually like to direct you guys to Spotify and YouTube Music. We have a podcast called The Global OR, and there we discuss actually a lot of health related issues around surgery and surgical access. So feel free to join us. And we have actually, for those who might cross over to LinkedIn, just follow my page and you'll see a link to live events that are related to that, which you can also join and partake in. And thank you so much for that offer. I will take it up.
Okay, so thank you so much, Doc. I think that means that we come to the end of our first edition with Dr. Nicholas OKUMU. Thank you for gracing the Gatekeepers TV, and also thank you to the viewers who were able to tune in. It's a different space which we are venturing in, especially in doing these live interactive sessions. But progressively, I believe that we will make progress and we will interact more as we learn and educate ourselves on various matters. So remember, as we are also having fun, remember, let's also spare some few minutes or seconds to also learn different important things which are going to be helpful to our lives. Otherwise, with that said, I'll allow Dr. OKUMU to close the show for us. Have the honors, Doc. Close the show.
Thank you guys for tuning into the Gatekeepers TV. Keep joining Dennis. He is doing good work. It's only the team he supports that is a bad choice, but everything else is good.
I'm not going to comment more on that, guys. Thank you guys for joining in. It was lovely hosting Doc, and also you tuning in. Thank you so much, guys. Until next time, guys, I think it's a wrap, Doc. Thank you, Doc, for joining in. I think that's it.